Welcome to This Week This Morning, the weekly video that gets you up to speed on the week's most important developments for your business and your taxes. If you're asking yourself what in the world is going on with the latest stimulus bill legislation, you're not alone. Senate Republicans are currently fighting like cats and dogs over their proposed bill, which was supposed to be released yesterday. So a good place to start here is really with what we know. Number one, there will be stimulus checks in this bill, and they will likely be for the same amount with the same income qualifications as before. Treasury Secretary Mnuchin confirmed this week that the second stimulus check will be the same as the first, stating, quote, "We're talking about the same provision as last time, so our proposal is the exact same proposal as last time," end quote. Some might take Mr. Mnuchin's comment with a grain of salt, as he made a similar statement this week on the Payroll Tax Holiday, which we now know did not end up materializing, but nonetheless, this is the best info we currently have. And on a related note, I really hope that you were listening to previous episodes where we were encouraging taxpayers that had income increases in 2019 that would have otherwise made them ineligible for or reduced the amount of a second stimulus check to wait before filing their 2019 federal return. If you heeded that advice, you may very well have saved yourself a couple $1,000s. Number two, unemployment benefits, specifically the pandemic unemployment assistance, will get extended. Once again, we just don't know yet what that amount will be, but we do know it will be less than $600 a week. Last week, we indicated a likely range of $300 to $450 a week, and you may have heard of $100 or $200 being floated as the figure that the Senate Republicans landed on, but we believe that to be posturing more than anything else. But nonetheless, we have lowered our estimate of the range to between $250 to $400 a week. Without a DeLorean traveling at 88 miles an hour, I can't guarantee this, but I can tell you that $100 to $200 a week would put a huge dent in household spending that would have an economic impact far greater than the supposed uptick in employment by increasing the incentive to work. Either way, what is going to cause pain for the unemployed is that their benefits expire tomorrow, and it's painfully obvious there won't be any legislation finalized to extend benefits. So they will have their checks cut by $600 a week starting next week. Moreover, the unemployed will be waiting weeks to receive any benefits in arrears while the legislative quagmire gets sorted out. So if you're currently receiving unemployment, you should operate under the assumption that your benefits will be reduced by $600 a week for the rest of July and all of August to account for the worst case scenario. Number three, the payroll tax holiday is on its deathbed, despite earlier comments by the Treasury Secretary, as the White House conceded on that point among intense pushback by both Republicans and Democrats. However, it's not impossible this provision could be revived. It's just highly unlikely at this point. So what's next? Well, the draft version of the Senate Republican bill is slated to be released early next week, according to Mitch McConnell. Let's hope that this actually happens because a lot is at stake here as the economy continues to sputter. In the meantime, don't worry about what you can't control. You are not a Senate Republican, which is a blessing on its own. So just arm yourself with information by watching This Week This Morning and worry about what you can control. See you next week.